took part in Diddy's freak-offs? Let's get into it.
Just a regular day at Interscope.
That's it. Stick around, we have some food.
Bad boy Interscope.
The music moguls must have missed the sacrifice ritual this year because they're all getting exposed one by one, with the latest one being Diddy's rumored sugar daddy, Jimmy Iovine. So if you don't know who Jimmy Iovine is, he's one of those music executives whose name often gets brought up when people talk about the hip-hop puppet masters such as Clive Davis and Jay-Z's mentor, Leor Cohen. In 1990, Iovine founded Interscope Records, and the following year, he signed Tupac Shakur as one of the first hip-hop artists under his label. Meanwhile, Interscope started providing funding and financial oversight for Suge Knight's Death Row Records, and Death Row operated as a subsidiary of Interscope. However, Tupac was allegedly suspicious of Jimmy Iovine from the start, because Iovine was reportedly instigating the East Coast versus West Coast beef for profit. Other artists also realized early on that Iovine couldn't be trusted, and one of them was Master P, who turned down $1 million deal from Interscope after he read the fine print on the contract and realized that Interscope would acquire the entirety of his label, its back catalog, all artists, and publishing, and they'd also own the trademark and rights to the label name. Not just that, but Master P later said that Jimmy Iovine directly threatened he would block his career if he turned down Interscope.
I went to see Jimmy Iovine. Jimmy Iovine wrote me a check for $1 million. Said, you the next thing to go. I'm sitting in there and I read, by me going to college, I'm reading through the contract. I'm thinking about the Michael Jordan deal. It was $1 million. I couldn't use my name for 7 years, all this stuff. And they'll take all my rights. I said, sir, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm gonna come back. He said, if you don't come back, you'll never get a deal in this town. Because I know everybody. So I left, never came back. Me and my brother on the plane. Me and C, we on the plane, about to fight. He like, bro, why you ain't take the $1 million? I'm like, bro, that white man offered me $1 million. How much you think I'm worth?
What's also interesting is that November 1996, 1 month after Tupac was killed, was the most successful month for Interscope since its founding, because each week, 4 of Interscope albums took #1 place on the Billboard 200, including Tupac's posthumous release, The Don Killuminati, The 7-Day Theory, also known as the Machiavelli album. But get this, the original back cover for Machiavelli recently surfaced online, showing Diddy in a pink ballerina dress, Biggie Smalls with the word pig on his head, and Dr. Dre having sex with a person who many believe is Jimmy Iovine in makeup. So it's pretty clear how Tupac really felt about this group. And then Suge Knight also revealed in a recent episode of his podcast that Jimmy Iovine told Tupac's mom, Afeni, that Suge killed Tupac.